This is Monster Truck / Green Jello. I am Neil C. Harris, and the C stands for Captain.
I'm Nelson F. Harris, and the F stands for First Officer.
And we're going to be going through some challenges today on the CTF website. The first of which being Find M3, or Find Me.
Yeah. So you might be thinking, this seems pretty easy. Let's just download Find Me, and we'll find it.
We'll find the flag, yeah.
Yeah, we're all good. When you open Find Me, you find
it's a binary file, and even Albert Einstein couldn't read it.
It's very true. Just look at all these characters and hoo-ha. We're definitely going to need some sort of program to attack this.
I completely agree, First Officer Nelson. To do this, I believe we should use Ghidra, which is a binary file reader. It takes the compiled binary file and decompiles it into something that we're a little more used to. Something that would look like, like C code, maybe.
I'm just going to go ahead and run this and hope that it works.
Have faith.
Turns out I already have one open. This one. So we're going to open up Find Me and Ghidra here. Why not analyze it?
Great point. Alright, so as you can see here, there's the assembly code in the middle, and on the right is the decompiler.
Yeah.
It should be what we're used to reading. So in something like this, I think it'd be a good idea to take a look at the main. Maybe we can learn what the password is, but we should keep our eye out while we're scrolling through here. Okay.
Unknown calling conventions, just a warning.
It's very interesting, but nothing that would give us a big hint. Oh,
the main.
There's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so we've reached the main. Now, I guess the first thing we notice, we see that it does a string compare to this "you found me."
That sounds very suspicious, Captain Neil.
Yes, it sounds like a password, or maybe perhaps a flag. First Officer Nelson. So there it is, right there in plain text.
That's true.
So you can see it. So I guess what they did is they just said, we can just, no one's ever gonna read this binary file, so we don't have to encode it or anything. We'll just have it right here in plain text.
That's very true. They didn't
know about Ghidra.
They didn't know about Ghidra. That's very right.
Okay, great. So I guess if we were to fix this vulnerability as security consultants, we would say, if you have to have this, maybe you could put it in some other file.
Yeah, keep it somewhere secret.
Maybe you can encode this file.
Definitely, with a cipher or something, tough to break, and even if you had Ghidra, and it just led you to a big complicated cipher, you'd still be kind of out of luck.
I agree. Whatever you got to do to hide this, I think.
Yeah, definitely. If you had to have the string compares, yeah, whatever you have to do.
And I think that'd be good.
Yeah. So that would be the Find Me challenge.
Yes, already done. For your 100 points. Hello, it is Neil C. Harris, and the C stands for Captain.
And it's Nelson F. Harris, and the F stands for Fantastic Officer.
That's right. Today we're going to be doing the Ping Wrapper Challenge.
This one right here. So it looks like this challenge here has something to do with pinging. Looks like we have a binary here and a .c file.
That's right.
So let's go ahead and download this .c file and just see what are they even talking about. So first thing looks like it prints out this little spooky intro.
It tells us that the flag will be in flag.txt. Looks like it takes in
some sort of
input,
yeah, and then it's got some restrictions. Yeah, definitely. So it looks like here, no grep, no less, no more head, no tail, no vi, no nano.
I know. And it also says, looks like it's saying no those symbols too, like the semicolon.
And no sh, no cats. Looks like it gives a little jokey output.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just go ahead and
we'll run it, and I'll take a look at what it does.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and this would be this is the address that they recommended.
Yes, and we're using netcat to take a look.
So go ahead and print that. It looks like there's a little intro, and give me an address to ping so we can know who's out there. How about we try 1111?
Sounds great.
And looks like a return, 0% packet loss. I guess that's what we like to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
So we need to, for some way, we need to read this flag.txt. And I kind of have an idea on how we could do that. So we would enter back in. Yep, ping the address one more time. And okay, so perhaps it looks like we're not allowed to do semicolons, or listing of these. We'll get to that later. Not allowed to do semicolons, which is one of the ways you could
execute code
in the same line. You can have so many semicolons to keep executing code. But there's other ways to do it. One way would be using like an and statement, like you're doing ifs, like the ampersand, or perhaps the two lines, like an or.
Yeah.
So how about, in this case, I think we should use the or statement. So basically, if we were to write an IP address like that, which would 100% fail, it can't go past 256 and any of the things, and we were to say perhaps that, we can't use cat, but if this would say that it can't ping that, so we will instead try to run this code, which will hopefully allow us to read flag.txt.
But remember, if we use cat, it will say, I'm allergic to cats.
Yeah, that's exactly what the code says. So we need some other way to read it besides cat. And I think one of them that I did not see in that exclusion list would be TAC, T-A-C.
Just like the Tic Tacs.
Yeah, just like the Tic Tac. And what that does is it reads from the bottom up instead of top to bottom. So it's like a backwards reader.
Let's go ahead and try that.
Yes. We see that the flag, which we found, was 365 CTF. I am out here. I'm out here too.
That's exactly right, Captain Neil.
Okay. And so now that we've kind of broken it, let's discuss some vulnerabilities. I think one of the problems is that there should be no reason why this needs to take alphanumeric input at all.
Or even or the or symbols.
Yeah. What you should do, I think, is restrict it so only numbers go in. You can even probably restrict it so that the program itself puts the dots for you. The person just needs to enter the numbers. And that would be the best case.
We'd only want, an input like this, not something like,
like that. We wouldn't want that at all.
This would be bad.
Yes. And I think if they were to fix that problem, I think I'd give this this program an A+ in security.
An A+.
Yes. That's good. And there's your 200 points.
200 points.
Free of charge.
Well,
not say it's
free, Captain Neil.
You're right. Fantastic, Officer Nelson. Hello, it is Neil C. Harris, and the C stands for Captain.
And it's Nelson F. Harris, and the F stands for Friendly Officer.
And today, we'll be doing the Management Challenge in the 365 CTF.
So we'll just go ahead and click it here, and first thing you notice, no source, no binary.
Interesting. They give us an IP address and a port number.
So I guess we'll go ahead and try to ping that with netcat, like we did for the last challenge.
Yes.
So go ahead and ping that. Please wait. Compiling interface.c.
And the C
doesn't stand for captain.
Yeah, that's right. Stands for C.
Okay, so it looks like we have service access. It's a menu-driven program here. We got service access, read, EULA, and quit.
Let's try one.
Let's try one. Yeah. Enter access code. I don't know. Doupe? No.
Access denied.
Okay. How about read EULA? The following EULAs were found in McAfee.txt and Norton.txt.
Let's read Norton.txt.
Okay. Text. Wow.
Is it the whole thing? Very interesting.
Well, you know, I've never read any of these terms and conditions before.
Neither have
Guilty
I.
of that.
Neither have I. Okay. But also, one thing I see interesting about this right away.
Mm-hmm.
It says right here, opening file data / Norton.txt. It kind of seems like to me that it just appends what we choose.
To like a file path.
Yeah, to a file path.
Yeah.
And I think that's a prime target for a directory traversal attack, or a DTA, as I like to call them.
Sounds very good.
So how do we do that? Again, we need to read the EULA one more time.
And here it's looking for an input.
How about we can use ... to get out of the directory. So we do ... /... Let's we can look at the etc password file. Yes. WD.
I bet.
Okay, great. Press enter, King.
Opening file data.
It's
Whoa.
very interesting. You can see all the different groups here
Mm-hmm.
on the system. You can't. The X stands for like the password. We're not allowed to read it. It's in the shadow file, and I don't think we can access it anyway. So you see all these groups.
Mm-hmm.
Which gives an idea of kind of what this program's for, but I don't think it'll get us anywhere closer to getting into service access, which is what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's try to... Maybe we can go back for a hint, or whatever. Maybe we missed something. I think it might have to do with that interface.c.
It says it was compiling interface.c. I wonder what kind of program. You know, I guess we have this little management interface thing, but maybe there's something else in there.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should check out, see if we can find interface.c.
Go ahead and open up the...
Read again.
This time we'll try... just like that.
Yeah, I think it should be one out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What do we have here? You know, that looks pretty suspicious, if I do say so myself, Captain Neal.
I completely agree. In fact,
I'd be even willing to say that's the flag. That's the F. And that time the F stands for flag instead of friendly officer.
yeah, I completely agree. So our flag here is 365 CTF. You will never guess. Brought to you by a directory traversal attack.
We guess Doupe.
We guessed Doupe. That's true. So there's the answer. That's how you solve it. How would you fix it? Yeah. What's the vulnerability? What did you fix?
Okay, well, definitely when you're going to go to read the EULA here, it leaves it kind of open, like McAfee.txt or Norton.txt, and that kind of gives you a chance to type all sorts of googosh.
Yes, I agree.
What if there was like, you know, this is a menu-driven program up above here, 1, 2, 3. We can make this maybe like sort of like a menu-driven program almost.
Yeah,
and
it only
then
takes numeric
It only
input.
takes like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, that way we can't, you know,
I completely
get all the way out into the file system.
I completely agree. I think one way to do it would be to either you need to blacklist all sorts of dots and slashes and symbols,
Mm-hmm.
or you need only whitelist like numbers, or maybe if you couldn't get away from
Typing
using
McAfee.
numbers or using letters,
Mm-hmm.
then you would have to just whitelist it so it's only letters that can be put in and not
Mhm.
anything else.
Definitely. And of course, you know, if it's all possible, you know, maybe not have this in interface.c. Or if it was, you know, encoded somehow, you know, even if you read it, it wouldn't make any sense. Something like that. I mean, if you absolutely had to have, you will never guess the password inside that folder, you know, maybe you should make it a little bit more challenging to get to.
I completely agree. Nelson, friendly officer Harris.
Alrighty.
There's
So
your
that was the
the management challenge.
200 points in the bank. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.